Everybody coming together and jamming, I think it's really important and inspiring because you get moments that wouldn't happen if you was jamming on your own. You're taking everyone's personality and everyone's style and vibe and you're putting that all into one room and meshing it into something that's completely different. Hi, I'm James Orvis and this is my studio. I'm an electronic music producer from Leeds. I also run a record label and I make sound packs for Ampify. Yeah, so I've got the Novation Peak, which I got this year. I love using that, not for what it's meant for. So like it's meant to be a polysynth mainly, but I use it for like bass lines and kind of modular sounding stuff. Here I've got the Electron Analog 4, the Livid DS1, which I kind of use as a MIDI controller, as like a mixer. And then this thing underneath is basically allows me to use DJ style mixing effects. So up to now working for Ampify, I've been focusing on things like trap, quite low, chuggy, disco-y analog stuff. I tried not to just copy the genre, like I tried to add my own flavour and vibe to the packs. So when you kind of use and listen to my packs, you're kind of getting a little bit of me and you're also getting a little bit of the genre as well. Each pack has like taught me something new. Even just exploring those sounds and those stylistic techniques can really help you develop as a producer and just like be a bit more open about it and not so closed in and precious about your genre and what you should sound like. I'd say my sound's kind of influenced a lot by rock bands and indie bands I used to listen to, but then because of that melodic side, it kind of got a bit trancy at one point. And I still feel like there's that melodic tranciness there. Everything kind of grows and evolves. And I like to have a lot of the tracks kind of feel like it's developing all the time. It takes you on a journey. Yes, a lot of inspiration will come from like books that I read, podcasts, films, documentaries. I'm really into esoteric subjects, but also science as well, and I like the combination of both. This is like an encyclopedia of archetypal images. I'll just play a game, so I'll just like kind of open it randomly anywhere, and whatever it brings up, I'll kind of try and write a track around that or try and use that as an influence for the track. I mean, that's pretty dark, prison. But you know, like if I get something I'm not kind of happy with, yeah, let's move on. Making music, like it can be an extension of yourself and you're putting your stamp in the world. I love seeing people when they close their eyes and they're kind of really getting deeply into it and they're not just kind of waiting for the next big drop. They're really listening to the sound, getting into it, and that's kind of what I aim for, really. If you get into that kind of flow state, you're not really thinking about the end product or whether some label's going to sign it, and everything's easy, you lose track of time. Them moments when you're in that state is something I strive for. Like, I think it's really important to kind of try and get in that. You have to kind of give yourself that natural space, that natural headspace to get out. I feel like when I do come back to the music after that break, I feel like things just flow a lot easier and it's more enjoyable to kind of sit down and write music. It does feel like my hometown now. Because coming from Hull, like I didn't really know anyone, didn't grow up here. I think it's just a really vibrant music community of like people doing really good things, especially in the electronic scene. I feel like being here gives me a really good sense of like community and belonging. If you're inside, like working on music all the time, like it's good to bring outdoors in, I think. No, I'm allowed to buy something, but it has to be not too expensive. So I think I've got a budget of like £20. Balter means to stumble or dance without any grace but with full enjoyment, and I thought that was a cool name for the label because it represents like the label parties and stuff like that as well. labels to me was always something you aspire to be on, not to kind of own yourself. And then it kind of just clicked one day that like I can run my own label, I can pave my own way rather than waiting for someone to open the door for you. So I've always said that to the other guys, like I want it to be a platform and a collective. And I think gradually we are starting to connect more in person, creating a community that's not just in our bedrooms online and we're sending tracks to each other, actually meeting up in person, just creating something together really. I mean, to just get a generic kick up that's really pumping for the track.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah. So the happiest moment for me when making music is like sharing it with people. Like whether that's sharing it with people that come round to the house or whether it's playing at a gig. It has to have that human interaction, not just sharing it online. I'm on about like sharing it in a room with somebody, whether it's making music with them and you're sharing that experience. If they're sat next to you, you're playing it through the speakers to them, or if you're at a gig playing it to an audience, it's all about sharing. It's those moments when you get like your hair stand up and you're tingling and it just feels right, you know, and that's when it really comes together for me, and that's when it's the most important.